G'day folks, we've come back up here to the central coast of New South Wales. Today we've gone to Mercedes-Benz Gosford. We've picked up this beautiful little Mercedes-Benz A-Class A200. Now if you're interested in the A-Class series of Mercedes-Benz, be sure to stick around right to the end and I'll tell you all about it. Now we're in the cabin of the A-Class A200 Mercedes-Benz. Now this is absolute luxury and high tech. If you love your tech, you're going to love this car without fail. This particular model has had added a few optional extras from the factory. Now these extras are, a communications package has been added, the vision package, the seat comfort package, and the exclusive package. Now everything that you see today, you have to take into consideration that these packages have been added to this particular model. Now we're in the back seat of the A-Class, guys, and the front seat, as always, is set up to where I would drive it from. So I'm 5'10". Now I'm sitting behind where I would sit, and my knees are just touching the seat in front of me. It's a little bit tight for me to sit behind myself. Now, if I let my knees drop out to the side a little bit, really comfortable, but it would mean that the back seat would be for two people, not three. There wouldn't be space for someone to sit in the middle. Plenty of headspace, it's really quite comfortable here. And with the opening sunroof up here, you've got great visibility, great airflow. Now we do have an armrest in the middle here, and pushing on the end reveals two drink holders, which is quite cool for a tight little spot here in the back seat. Now jumping into the cabin, you can see this amazing digital dashboard that can be customized to your preference, as well as the color and ambience of all the lighting around the cabin as well. The center console is very neat and tidy with the MBUX system and full climate control, very sexy little sleek controls underneath the air vents, and including this funky little center console that opens both sides with a couple of USB ports inside it as well. Possibly one of the best reversing cameras that I've seen in any car in recent times. Obviously the 3D version on the right hand side is part of an upgraded package, but still the high definition of the camera is absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's pop it into drive, take off, and tell you all about the driving experiences now. Alright, as we're taking off here in the A-Class Mercedes-Benz, it's super comfortable. Now we're up on a road called the Ridgeway at Lisarow. Now this road is a beautiful windy road. It has some smooth bits, it has some rough bits, so you're able to really see the good and the bad and the ugly in every car that you bring up here. The speed limits are relatively low, between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour, but it still will give us a great idea on how this little car goes. The first thing I notice is it's very typical Mercedes-Benz, very corner hugging. The turn-in is very accurate, as you would expect, and quite confidence inspiring. Now this digital dash is really quite cool to look at. It gives you a lot of information, but at the same time it's also a little bit of entertainment when you have a look down and you see this beautiful dashboard and everything that it shows up. The heads-up display on the windscreen is really quite good. It gives you a fuel rate, also your speed, and the last speed limit sign as well. And I'm sure that you could probably adjust that sign as to what you'd like to see, but that's what it's set up for me at the moment. Oh, it's beautiful up here. I can hear some bellbirds singing. The joys of nature. Now, one thing that really strikes me as surprising in this car, when I was reading the statistics or the specifications, the engine is a just over 1300 cc, which is quite a small engine, but you don't feel it when you're driving it. Like when you're driving at normal speeds in an urban area, it just feels like a normal little hatchback. But when you accelerate, and if you want to accelerate hard, this does accelerate hard. I have to admit that I didn't think the 1300cc engine would have as much go in it as this does. Now, the suspension's really firm. I've got it set in comfort mode, but gee, it's firm. When you're on the beautiful, smooth, modern roads, there's no problems at all. It's absolutely perfect. But on the Ridgeway, there are parts of that road that are potholes, grated a little bit, and you really feel this stiff suspension. But considering this car is probably primarily an urban car, I would say that you'll never notice the suspension being an issue at all. So my final thoughts on the Mercedes-Benz A200. Well, if you're already a Mercedes-Benz owner, you're already loyal to the brand, and if you're looking for a hatchback to add to your fleet, this is a great little option. Now, if you're not a Mercedes-Benz brand fan already, and you're looking for a little hatchback, it's a really tough, competitive little segment of cars. So what I recommend is that you drive as many hatchbacks as you can, including the Mercedes-Benz A200, and make a good comparison on what you would like in your life. Now, would I buy the A200? Well, I think I'd hold off until I drove the A250. Although the A200 is fantastic, I like a little bit more power and a little bit more performance when it comes to the cars that I choose. So I would hold off my opinion, my complete opinion, until I drove the A250. Folks, I'd like to thank dearly Mercedes-Benz Gosford for again lending me a car to do a review. They've got a wonderful team down there at Gosford. Make sure you pop in, check out and test drive some of their Mercs.